I was barely halfway through unloading a stack of firewood when the sheriff's cruiser pulled into my driveway, lights flashing. I hadn't even gotten the tarp off the second pile when a deputy stepped out, hand resting on his holster. "Sir, we got a call about stolen property," he said flatly. And blinked. "Stolen what?" And that's when I saw her, Karen, HOA president, self-appointed queen of Lake Pine Ridge, marching up in her neon windbreaker like she owned the place. "That's my timber," she shrieked, pointing at the wood stacked neatly beside my cabin. My jaw nearly dropped. I'd spent 3 days chainsawing down trees on my own lot, splitting the logs, and hauling them from the far side of my land. Every aching muscle in my body was still screaming, and now this woman was calling it hers. "You mean this firewood?" I asked the deputy. Karen snapped. "That's protected timber under HOA jurisdiction. It was supposed to be part of our nature path renovation." "On my land?" I asked, stunned. "That tree fell across my driveway during a storm last month." Karen crossed her arms smugly. "If it fell, it's communal. Anything on the ground is HOA property if not claimed." She actually said that, loud, to law enforcement. The deputy looked at her like she'd grown a second head. I walked him to my property marker, rebar and all, showing the toppled oak's original root ball and a dozen flagged survey stakes. "Ma'am, this isn't even close to common land," the deputy said. "And there's no HOA ordinance about fallen trees being public." Karen shrieked about preserving the rustic aesthetic and timber theft, as if I was some black market lumberjack. But the deputy cut her off. "Ma'am, if you make another false report, you're looking at fines. Or jail time." You could see the steam coming from her ears. She stomped off muttering about lawsuits and unregistered axes. The deputy apologized, chuckled, and left me to my firewood. But that wasn't the end. 2 days later I got an email from the HOA. I'd been fined $3,000 for unauthorized landscape modification and hostile behavior with HOA leadership. That was their final mistake. Because not only am I a licensed arborist, I'm also the attorney who helped write the local HOA bylaw restrictions 10 years ago. The appeals board meeting is next Thursday. I've already drafted the motion to suspend her presidency. She messed with the wrong woodsman. Do subscribe to my channel.